It's an American classic. Nathan's famous 4th of July International Hot Dog Eating Championship in Coney Island, New York. Patrick Bertoletti from Chicago is the defending champ after his first victory last year with too many hot dogs and buns to count in just 10 minutes. He joins us virtually now. Patrick, thanks so much for being here. And I have so many questions for you right now. I mean, how are you feeling? You know, we're just about 2 days out.
I'm hungry, I'm anxious, I'm nervous, but overall I'm ready and I'm excited to be back in Coney Island defending my Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Championship belt.
Yeah, trying to get that mustard belt again, I know. And you have so many titles in other food groups as well, which we can talk about in a moment. But you kind of just mentioned it there. What does the prep look like? You know, are you not eating at all right now? What's sort of the setup for you?
Yeah, minimal eating. I'm snacking on like almonds and light carbs today and tomorrow. Lots of Gatorade and yeah, lots of wishful thinking. I'm gonna have to eat a lot of hot dogs on Friday. Dreading it a little bit, but it's really exciting and really fun, and it's a great event.
I know there's so much of, you know, the competition is the atmosphere, the crowd that's there, the signs, the fat heads that they hold up. Describe that for anyone, you know, who hasn't been there or who hasn't seen it on TV. What is that like just to be there up on the stage, you know, performing in front of all of those people?
You know, it's really surreal. I'm a little bit of a bit of an introvert away from the eating stuff. So there's thousands of people. They all know who you are. They're here or they're there to celebrate you. And it's like the purest form of a competition. I mean, everyone has to eat. So I think that's part of the reason why it's been going on for so long is because it's a very, very trivial thing where, yeah, everyone has to eat and everyone can relate to it as well, you know?
Yeah, and everybody loves it. And I don't know if you can answer this question for us, but I mean, is there a strategy that you can divulge to us or any, you know, tips that you keep in mind when it comes to trying to be successful once again?
You know, it's really just shutting your brain off and trying to get into that flow state. It's not a lot of chewing. It really comes down to the mental battle over the physical. So just trying to stay focused, calm, and relaxed. And you know, sometimes you get a little too anxious and jacked up before and during. There's that many people, but the hardest part is staying calm and just following the game plan and just going for it. You know.
Yeah, and as far as prep for Friday, are you kind of prepping all the time as far as training? Does it kick up a notch a couple weeks before? You know, what does it look like to prepare for this competition specifically?
You know, it's just a lot of hot dog eating practices at home, maybe once or twice a week. A lot of fasting in between. I still love hot dogs. I mean, that might be a problem. I mean, I can eat like 5 right now. If you gave me 5, I would totally eat them. So it starts with that love of food and yeah, just that's it.
And I was looking at your list of all of the records you hold. You know, you have succeeded with much more than just hot dogs. I mean, the list goes on and on. Any favorites that stand out? You know, I know this is a sport for sure and quite a challenge, as you were saying, physically and mentally. You know, is hot dog kind of your favorite thing to compete with? Are there other foods that kind of have stood out in your past as far as competing?
Yeah, hot dogs are definitely the most popular. Everyone knows the Nathan's contest every year. They tune in July 4th. I think the blueberry record I set last year is pretty good, 18 plus pounds in 8 minutes, or the 275 pickled jalapenos. That's a pretty good one too.
Yeah, the jalapenos, I was reading about that earlier today. So those were like full jalapenos, seeds in and everything, or were they pitted?
They were full seed on, but they were pickled, so
Gotcha.
Not quite as spicy, but the vinegar adds another element and layer of difficulty.
Yeah, and you also hold a title in most milk drank in a certain amount of time. Is that right?
Oh, yeah.
That definitely impressed me because I love milk, but I can only drink so much. I mean, that's a solely liquid competition. How did that sort of compare to, you know, what's happening on Friday?
That kind of just started out as a joke. Everyone said you couldn't drink a gallon of milk in an hour, so after training my stomach for years, I just decided to do 2.5 gallons of chocolate milk, and I think it took me around 3 minutes. I really wouldn't recommend that one. I would say do the hot dog one over the milk because the milk was really difficult.
And I know there's a lot of preparation, both physically and mentally, for Friday. What are you most looking forward to just in participating in this experience? I know you've done it many times before, but this year specifically, you know, defending that title of yours, what are you looking forward to?
I'm excited. I think I'm most excited for it to be over. I mean, I've been training for 6 months. It's been on my mind all the time. I'm also really excited. We do the weigh-in tomorrow, and Joey Chestnut is coming back, so I'll get to do like the stare down and make dumb faces at him, which I've never been able to do before. So like that's gonna be fun. Yeah.
Any other fun or quirky or even just straight up weird facts about, competitive eating in general? You've been doing it for so long. You have so many, titles on your resume. Anything else that, just stands out about this part of your life?
I retired from this contest for like 8 years, and I came back and I won last year. So this is just a victory lap for me. I've been doing this for 20 years, and I'm just happy. I'm just happy with the way the year's gone, and I'm just, this is great. This is a good year for me.
Ready to defend that title and, like you said, kind of just get it over with and move on to the next thing. Awesome. Patrick Bertoletti, thank you so much for joining us tonight on Evening Plus. Best of luck. Hope everything goes smoothly. We so appreciate your time.
Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your night. Thanks for having me.
Back here.